Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3306. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. In this episode, Frontier attempted a fix to a mining exploit and failed. Elite's Market Connector is about to release version 4, and player numbers break old records. Mining has been a huge deal in Elite for a long while now, at least in terms of earning credits. It's easily the go-to source for many players out there. With the ease of access to triple or low-temperature diamond hotspots, mining an abundance of valuable minerals and ore has never been so easy. That is, of course, until people en masse discovered the exploit of respawning subsurface asteroid deposits. I won't go into too much details right here, as there are plenty of people discussing it on the forums and on YouTube, but essentially, players flying away from an asteroid in a ship-launched fighter will find out that subsurface materials respawn when they teleport back to their main ship. Frontier attempted to fix this last week with the patch update, however it seems as though the issue is still present. This means that some players are loading up with thousands of tons of diamonds in a relatively short amount of time. I'm sure that Frontier will be on the case before much longer and fix it in a future update, but for now it's still ongoing. The Elite Dangerous Market Connector has been a major part of Elite Dangerous for years now. Without it, the game really wouldn't feel the same. This tool allows players to share their commander and game data with a large online database. It's a tool that allows sites like EDDB.io and Inara to collate all the market data into one place. When a player visits a station, the station's market details get shared. And of course, there's far more to EDMC than just that, but it is certainly an extremely useful tool. Now, version 4 of the software is set for release very soon, and we'll see the app moving from Python version 2.7 to Python 3.7. Naturally, this means that the more testing the software gets, the better it will ultimately be. With this in mind, there is a pre-release version available running on the new build. This version is version 3.99.0.0. If you'd like to test out this app, then do take a look at the Reddit thread that I've linked below, which will give you all the details that you actually need. This weekend was the first virtual Lavecon. Of course, July is normally the month for the physical version of the convention that normally takes place in the UK. The event is one of the largest fan-run events of the year for Elite and related sci-fi, with Frontier showing a very strong presence. This year things were a lot different, however, thanks to the issues with the virus all around the world, and naturally this meant that the physical event had to be cancelled. However, a virtual event took place on a variety of platforms, including Zoom and Twitch, among others. Whilst this year there wasn't an official Frontier Elite Dangerous panel or indeed any game announcements or reveals, a number of Frontier staff were present for the event. If you missed the event and want to catch up, you can find Lavecon's video on demand. That's a replay of the live streams available on Lave Radio's Twitch channel. A link is in the video description. On the 1st of August, the Alchemy Den will be undertaking a full planetary circumnavigation in SRVs for charity. This will be their third year, I believe, and this time they are going for a larger planet and attempting to cover 3 times the distance as previous. In terms of funding, they are hoping to raise money for the children's hospitals. The event will also take place on a 24-hour live stream, and if you're interested in further details, then everything you need is available in the video description. Player numbers for Elite Dangerous have been on the rise this year, with June being by far and away the biggest month ever for player numbers. Of course, we don't have access to all the data here, as it's one of those things that Frontier will not share. However, public sources of data such as Steam charts highlight the trend of how many people are playing through the Steam launcher alone. Whilst this won't account for all players across all platforms, it will nonetheless offer some insight. June then reached an all-time peak player numbers of 21,535 players. That's up from the previous peak of 18,000 set all the way back in 2015 with the release of Horizons. Meanwhile, June as a whole had an average player count of 10,000 players, which is more than double the monthly player numbers throughout 2019. It's likely that as more information about the next paid update Odyssey is released, that these numbers will only increase. It's certainly a good sign for the game. Finally, related to Odyssey, PC Gamer asked Elite game director Piers Jackson 7 questions that he had to answer in rapid-fire succession. Whilst the answers didn't provide any new insight into the update, some people may find it an interesting watch nonetheless. Do check it out below. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3306. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.